Dragons lurking, danger near. Not to worry, no fear. Brains not plenty, hearts sincere.
Just wanted to pop in here and apologize for some rough editing that may be present in this episode as well as the next one. We not only had some really bad mic interference from the player side that I'll be doing my best to cut out, but I had a major failure on my end with the recordings as well. Please bear with us for any weird chops that you guys see. Recording our sessions is still a very new thing for me, and I'm just learning here as we go. But yeah, okay, I won't delay you any longer. Enjoy the adventure. So, to give a brief recap, it doesn't go into all the details, but fill in the blanks of what we did yesterday. After tucking away the bodies of her fallen friends, to keep the ghouls that may still be lurking within the walls of Axeholm from eating their beloved remains, Fayda made a swift and silent escape from this temple of terror, and made haste atop her speed buttercup for the town of Phandalin. Once within the safety and comforts of the village walls, she sought out Halia, owner of the Phandalin Miners Exchange. There, Halia welcomed Fayda into her home, giving Fayda time to rest and wash away the dirt and the pain of what she had just so recently been through. Fayda learned about Halia over the night, also saw through a bit of that mask that Miss Thornton wears, seeing a softness somewhere deep below. In the morning, Sister Garaele was waiting for the women at the Miners Exchange. It's so hard.
Sorry. Are you laughing at me?
Yeah, I'm trying. I'm like reading, and then my mouth starts going into a smile, and I'm like, I can't pronounce certain words if I'm smiling so big.
I'm sorry. It was just cute. I was having my own fangirl moment again. I remember how cute that whole thing was.
In the morning, Sister Garaele was waiting for the women at the Miners Exchange. Horses ready and preparations made. Fayda and Sister Garaele made haste at first light for the shadows of Axeholm yet again. And to note, the gentlemen had their gold stored within the Miners Exchange. This allowed Fayda to purchase the expensive requirements that Sister Garaele here is going to use to raise her party once more. Hopefully, fingers crossed, even for me as the DM, I'm crossing my fingers right now, I'm hoping everything goes smoothly. Because this has been one wild twist here. Oh, all right. Let's get to it. You guys have been on the road, no issues. You've just pulled in. Sister Garaele hops off of Mocha and gives her a pat. Looks up at you as you're still sitting atop Princess Buttercup. All right. Can you show me where they are?
I will do my best. I will say, though, that there were ghouls in the entrance when I escaped, and the Banshee is still somewhere in here, and I'll hop off my horse to join her.
I fear no ghouls. Let's be quick. Show me the way.
I'm guessing with that armor you can't really sneak around anything, right?
She kind of blushes a bit, not realizing she's armored up compared to her usual self. I suppose that's true, yes. I might have been a little carried away. Would you be comfortable in your given state to scout ahead, or do you feel we should just move together?
I can scout ahead, but I'm gonna need you to have my back. If one of those ghouls touches me and I get paralyzed like they were, I think that's the end for me as well.
Understood.
So I can scout ahead, but I wanted to give you something before we headed in, and I'll pull out Marcus's totem that I had taken off of him, and I'll hold it out in my hands to her for luck. I think I would bring you luck if you had carried this instead of me.
Oh, I recognize this. Thank you.
Of course. All right. Are you ready?
Allow me to prepare a moment. You see her kind of get her shield and stuff off of the horse. She's going over a few materials. You see that she pulls the diamonds out as if making sure that she's got what you guys needed in the first place in hand. And she also starts to mumble a prayer and just closes her eyes, and you just hear her speaking her prayer. Again, all these women you know that just speak in languages that you don't understand.
How can I learn a language? I need to learn a language. Is there like an amulet? Like, give me
even little
something.
JJ pulled off a surprise for you guys with her gnomish. Yeah, she's speaking in Elven, and she casts guidance on you.
Oh.
As she stops her prayer, she gives you a smile and she says, let us move forward now. This should protect us as we move.
Thank you, sister. I could use the help I can get to try and get them back. What does guidance do again?
You can roll a d4 and add the number rolled to one ability check. So whether that's your stealth, you know, any rolls I make you roll, you're going to get a d4 added to it. Lasts for 1 minute, so let's make haste.
All right, let's do it then, sister.
All
I'll
right.
kind of pull my daggers out and prepare myself.
And you are going to scout ahead for you guys?
Yes.
All right, then I will technically make your minute start once you guys get in there. That was just for show. Be a little flashy.
Oh, yes, always need to be flashy.
All right, as you make your way to the fucked up little place that you guys had.
PTSD, dude.
Yeah, PTSD.
So suddenly I start shaking really heavily, and then I decide to just kind of run away.
Sister
I'm just
Garaele, starts rubbing your back. It's okay. Throw up if you have to. We'll get through this
Yeah.
together.
Grabs my fucking scarf as I'm running away and says, "Save my man, bitch!" All right.
You she kind of locks eyes with you, and she stays absolutely silent, and she just kind of raises her eyebrows and gives you a nod, like she knows the drill, and she'll wait for your signal or you to come back and get her.
And then I'm gonna reach in my pocket and hand her the second sending stone that I forgot that I had. I took off of somebody's dead body.
Awesome. Again, silently, she just acknowledges what you've handed her, and she gives you a knowing grin.
Bad bitch. That was in my head. All right. I would like to roll perception to see if I can hear anything coming from the entrance.
Okay.
Starting good.
Oh,
Oh,
man,
but I can use guidance multiple times?
That's a good question. I'm not a guidance caster normally. It's my
Did you say
only my
guidance counselor?
second, yeah, only my second time as an active sister.
I'm gonna hit it and see what happens since we don't really know.
I believe.
Okay, one time.
As long as her.
It's one time.
Okay. There you go.
So now I know.
So did that barely help you?
Yeah, barely helped me. I got a 1, so it was worthless.
She gives you one of those smiles where it's like tee tee, where she kind of like knocks her forehead a little bit and sticks her tongue out.
She face bombed.
You don't hear a thing. You definitely don't hear anybody chewing body parts as you had before you had escaped.
Then I'm going to roll stealth and proceed. Oh, okay. Okay. All right. Nat 20 to start. Not really to start, but you know what I mean.
Yeah, you fade into darkness. Almost, Sister Garaele almost loses sight of you immediately as she pops her head around the corner to keep an eye on you.
Just got my
you startled me.
cloak over my head. I thought she would have been used to that with Holly, yeah.
Let me check something here. Looks like our little spectator cam still thinks that you have guidance and that she's concentrating. See if this fixes.
Ta-da!
Yeah, much better.
Alrighty.
Yeah,
Coming into
as you move,
creep.
the gate still raised 5 feet from the ground, and the bodies of the ghouls lying up ahead. There's barely anything left. You see bones practically bleached white, like they have been just stripped of any semblance of flesh that were once on them.
Yeah, that's disgusting. Keep on creeping forward, hugging the walls as I did before. Taking a deep breath. And then when I reach this door, I want to roll another perception to see if I can hear anything in this room.
Okay.
The room of death. Oh my god.
I attribute the guidance she did to you for all these.
It's an at 20, so. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, there's no sign of anything. You don't detect a sound anywhere. You can tell that that the door is still open, coming down this way. If you can see where I just pinged, I'll just the doors that go over there to the east. Or the west, you can tell that the door is still open because you can hear a familiar sound of water dripping that had been echoing out of that hallway your first couple times through this area.
Got it.
And other than that, it's it's absolutely quiet. You don't hear anything.
Okay. Then I just want to. Do you need a stealth again before I come into here?
Nope, you're fine.
Okay. So I'm gonna just come in here. I want to check this room out to make sure it's safe before I go and advance Sister Garaele to here.
Okay.
So, do I see anything in here?
No, just the remains of old bones and some rusted and worn armors, arrows, old weapons laying around from whatever had happened here years ago.
Got it. Okay. I'm gonna creep back over to Sister Garaele so they can let her know that this beginning portion is clear for her to join. All right, the beginning section is clear. We can advance through the first set of doors, like through the gate and through the first set of doors. And then I would like to know, once we get there, I have a question on how you suggest we should proceed.
Yes, I was meaning to ask, where are the bodies? Where did you leave them?
They're upstairs on a balcony. I closed the door and it was kind of a safer area. I didn't want the ghouls to touch them. I wanted to be able to at least bury them. There is 2 ways we could get there. I took the stairs to come back down, but there is a rope that we grappled. We left it there. It's still grappled. It's just, I'm not the strongest halfling, and I did fall last time I was on a rope, so I wasn't sure if maybe that's something you wanted to try.
She lifts her head and looks above you guys at that second story that sits above.
I suppose, I guess I should have known this wouldn't be too easy, but you barricaded them in. You said you had shut the door to the balcony?
Yes, I shut the door. There's only one way. Well, technically 2 ways to the balcony at this point, either the rope or the door.
Okay, well, as you can see, I might still have my strength, but...
She indicates, like, you know, her shield and everything.
I don't think I'm in a climbing position today.
Sounds like a plan to me, because I am terrified of heights now.
All right, well, you say we can advance now?
Yes, we can move up to the next room, and I will clear the pathway from there.
On your lead, Fayda.
And she just stays as quiet as possible, following you.
In this here, we have all of their blood on the ground from when they got attacked by ghouls. Yes, magnificent.
Yeah,
I'm just kidding, I didn't see that.
If you look over your shoulder, you'd see that she's definitely scanning everything as you're walking by. Like she, to you, it looks as if, you know, you're looking upon this wizened adventurer herself. And she's doing a good job of kind of cataloging everything she's seeing as she's staying silent, moving behind you.
Oh, bad bitch alert. All right. Continuing. We're clear through here. So then I'll kind of stop here and I'll point up to the balcony.
Over here. She, like, notions you to come close. So, that's the balcony up there. And she points right above those doors.
Yes, they're just right up there. Or they should be.
Explain to me what's in that western hallway.
We didn't get that far, and sadly, there were ghouls there before, but they could have moved on by now.
And, what of the south? She points down here.
The south leads to what seems to be a throne room that they had, but when I was in there, I did get this overwhelming presence that something was watching me when I was inside.
Oh, and, where are the stairs?
The stairs are just past the throne room to the south.
The place that gave you the creeps.
Yes.
Oh, wonderful. Okay, well,
and I was able to sneak past before, but I don't know if it's still there or if it's going to see us this next time.
all right, well, first
Or
things
see you.
first. Have you been through the eastern doors?
No, we haven't traveled the eastern doors. We, for some reason, just climbed up on the balcony
Okay, well,
and did not clear the first floor.
here, let's do this. And she drops her bag off her shoulder onto the floor and pulls out some rope. And she pulls 1, 2, 3 long strips and cuts them. She hands you one, and she takes one. You head over to those eastern doors, wrap these around the handles, through the handles and around, tie it off so we don't have any surprises if we are heading to the south. I'll do the same for this western hallway.
I'll do that, and I'll be sure to keep note of that for future adventures.
She
Unless
gives you a
come with
smile.
us, of course.
Yeah, so she's gonna run through, kind of do her best to rope off and through these handles and get it as tight as possible. And she will meet you. You'll see that she's just kind of moving over to this southern door and just kind of puts her back up against the wall.
Would you say her knot looks a lot tighter than mine? Like, is she much bulkier than me? You know what I mean? Like, did she really tie this knot?
Let her come over and inspect your knot.
Oh no!
She will check this knot out.
No trust.
Well, since you're curious, you know.
I am curious. Oh god.
Ooh, not like that, sweetie. A little more like this, and she helps you tighten it up a bit there. There you go. These are some really large doors. It's a little difficult. Someone smaller in stature, to really get a good pull on this.
I'm just really watching her, observing, and now I believe I have knot tying skills. Correct? Can I add that to my notes?
You get a +1 to any knots you have to
Yes.
knots you have to tie. All right.
Thank you.
So for the south room, what kind of room is it exactly? Do you remember the layout at all?
Once you go down the hallways with the ballistas, you kind of come into a wide open area. And when you're looking straight ahead, on your left is where the hallway is going to be leading to the stairs. There's a throne kind of right in the center of it.
A throne?
Yes, some kind of throne.
Okay, so it leads to a throne room.
Yes, it's a throne room to the south.
Any other anything else other than the throne within that chamber? Doors that you remember,
and
or
pillars.
fireplace?
Yes, there was a fireplace to the east.
Okay.
Other than that, there wasn't a door here, correct? Like, because I can't see a door. I don't think there was.
Roll history.
Great. I'm not intelligent or wise.
Oh yeah, you clearly remember. There were some double doors at the west end over
Okay.
where you had indicated.
but they were
Just
closed.
rolled my own personal history check because I couldn't remember. There
Right.
were some doors to the west as well. Some double doors. I did not get to peek through them or see what was on the other side of that because once I was in the throne room and I felt that overwhelming presence watching me, I booked it out of here as fast as I could.
Okay. Let's see here. The stairs we need, they're in the throne room?
That is correct.
She's kind of like rubs her finger across her lip. This makes me a little concerned that you're mentioning this feeling you had there. I don't like that myself, especially if nothing revealed itself.
Nothing revealed itself. I just felt as if I was being watched, and I didn't stay to investigate. I was hurting myself and needed to get out.
Right, but you were sneaking about, so...
Yes.
Yes, I'm just a little worried that if whatever was in there that was making your hair raise, if I try to sneak through there myself, I fear that that's one fight we might not be able to avoid. And I just wish I knew what it was that was in there. I know you've dealt with ghouls and a banshee, so I really don't see it being anything else other than that. She kind of like glances around at the remains here on the ground. And from what I understand so far, this looks like a ghoul den. I don't think there would be anything else around here. I'm not one to think that ghouls are privy to socializing with too many other things that go bump in the night. But this does disturb me a little bit.
I don't know if it's the banshee or not. The banshee fled from us when we were upstairs, but it seemed like it was really trying to protect that upstairs area. So I don't know if it's a banshee or not.
You're correct on that. If the banshee was upstairs, I'm certain the banshee's up there, kind of bound to something that it was attached to in life. That's usually how a banshee behaves. So
you're saying he's probably upstairs.
Oh yes, I don't think we'll have to worry about the banshee down here. But specifically about that banshee, are we safe to move without encountering it? Do you know specifically from whence it came or where it went when you fell unconscious?
Do I know that? I don't think I know that, do I?
No, you don't really have.
Yeah, I passed the fuck out. I don't know where it went. Yeah.
Well, jinkies. I wish we I wish we knew I feel like we're solving a Scooby mystery here. So she just explains to you what she had just said, pretty much, that she's really not concerned about you guys encountering the banshee. She goes on to add that perhaps it's best if you guys do see the banshee to disengage, step back, as the banshee shouldn't follow. It'll be quick to anger if we come within the area that it's essentially bound to and protecting. But for the most part, she's comfortable with everything. It's just she's worried about this coming room.
Okay.
She's even eyeballing this balcony rope again.
Oh. If you're concerned, did you want to try climbing the rope, or?
Well, I'll let you make the call.
Oh, but you have so much more experience.
Well, I could try climbing it. You did say the ropes give you a little bit of a hard time, but if you could just we could tie my shield. She changes her mind instead of if you could tie her shield to the rope. If we could just tie my shield to the rope, I could just pull it up afterwards. So I felt I was carrying too much to really be rope climbing this morning, but I believe I'm comfortable enough to get up there. Worse, I could at least go up there and make sure that door's still sealed, give you a thumbs up, and start the ritual on the boys. You could just stay down here and kind of keep your eyes peeled, or you could head down to the south and reinvestigate the area and make your way up those stairs.
Okay.
Regardless, if you scream or shout, I'll come running.
Okay. I have the sending stone as well. How about you go up to the balcony, let me know if it's clear. I'll go ahead and just double check that to see if I can see what's in that room. If I run into any trouble, I will immediately leave. And if you run into any trouble up there, I will try my hardest to climb that rope to come help you. I hate for you to be alone, but I need to know what's in that room to know if we're safe.
Sounds good. That third piece of rope here, she hands it to you. Should you have any trouble or have to flee, just use this on the last 2 doors right there to the south. And she indicates.
Got it. Okay. Thank you, sister.
Yes, good luck. She, well, I guess she kind of does have to kind of give you a thumbs up or not, so she's going to attempt climbing this rope.
And I'm going to stand under her to get my ass squished if she falls.
She has no problem getting up the...
Okay.
Getting up to the top, and you see her just kind of fade over the edge there. Good minute goes by. You can hear a little bit, like very minute noises echoing from the balcony. You don't hear anything scary, no growls, no screams, no clash of swords, nothing crazy. And then shortly after, you see her look over the edge, point at her shield that's tied to the rope, and that she's gonna start pulling it up, and she's gonna give you a thumbs up that everything's good up there, and she's gonna start wrapping that rope up so she can get her shield.
Okay. Is she gonna drop it back down for me?
Yep.
Just in case.
She throws it back down.
Okay.
And she points at the doors to the south and kind of like raises her hands like, "Are you heading that way?"
I just give her a silent nod.
All right. She gives you another thumbs up.
Coming back over here.
If you look over your shoulder, you actually see she's kind of staying on the balcony just to kind of keep an eye on you as you're at least making your way through the threshold of those doors.
Okay. I'm gonna roll perception to see if I hear anything. Probably not going to, but doesn't hurt. Okay, thought it was gonna be 16. It's not. I don't hear shit.
Yeah, it's absolutely silent.
Okay, I'm gonna crouch down to the ground and start sneaking my way through here.
All right.
My heart starts to beat a little faster as I get closer to the doors.
Yeah, you do hear, at this point, you do hear like a that echoes through the hallway.
Okay. Can I roll perception again to see if it's something in this room making noises?
Like you're trying to locate what the noise is?
Yeah.
You can hear it. It actually sounded like you heard that weird crunch snap sound right behind the throne itself.
Okay. I want to investigate this. I want to see what the fuck else we have to deal with in here. Okay. I'm going to continue to sneak my way in to this room covered in shadows and mystery. I'm going to hug this wall and kind of quickly... Is this a pillar that's right here?
Right where? Yep.
Okay. I'm going to kind of like roll myself over to here behind this pillar.
Make another stealth check, please.
Okay.
And perception.
Oh my god, of course. The rolls are getting bad.
Well, you're fine on the stealth.
Oh, cool.
You hear something from a different location, right in the stairwell.
Okay, I'm gonna quietly roll myself over to this wall here, hugging, like putting my back towards it. And then I want to peek around the corner to see if I can see what's making that noise in here.
Exactly what you can see on that map is about how good of an angle you can get
Fuck.
That is
Okay.
all you see. But you clearly hear it at this point, even better now.
Well, in my mind, that clearly sounds like a ghoul. Hear those in my nightmares at this point. I'm gonna kind of go to this corner here, and as well peek my head ever so slightly around this corner to see if I can see what's making the noise.
Roll perception. You can see a bit of almost, it looks like somebody's clothing. Very faded, dirty, and mildewy. And it's moving slightly. But it's within a darkness of the throne itself. This is a very large throne. Solid granite. You see, you just see bits of this cloth and a little bit of a bluish pale flesh of an arm and an elbow as it's kind of like moving out from behind it, and you're hearing that crunching louder, like.
Okay. Oh, fuck. Really want to know if this is something different. Does it sound different than what a ghoul sounded like?
Perception check that. It sounds very much like a ghoul. The only thing that stands out to you is that it looks like it's still wearing some kind of clothing of some sort.
Okay. Fuck. Why do I play D&D? I hate choices. I want to try to sneak a little bit closer. Not like a super lot closer, but a little closer to see if I can get a better of a peek.
Okay.
Roll stealth.
Yep. All right. So you move closer, and you see that we're going to take 5 minutes.
You're such a dick.
Just sorry, I actually have to run to the door and stuff. I'll be right back.
Okay.
If you're happy and you know it, clap your hands. If you're happy and you know it, clap your hands. No? Okay.
Oh,
What looks to be this undead creature. Dressed as, still wearing the garbs of what was probably nobility. This dwarven ghoul. He's chewing on the half-eaten skull and face of one of the ghouls that was probably dead up at the front.
okay. Now we know. I'm gonna just,
Not be here?
not be here. I'm just gonna not be here.
All right.
Now I know. Fuck, I think I'm just gonna have to climb that rope. I was gonna try and get to Sister Garaele through here, but that involves me fighting, and if this thing hears me fighting, he's gonna get involved, so I'm gonna creep my way back towards the rope, and now I know. And I just kind of... Oh, is that actually there?
Oh, me? No. See ya.
He's gone.
No, he fell in when I was trying to get that image to change. I was like, does it work on this guy?
Okay.
Where can I put him that it won't spook her if he suddenly pops out of a wall?
Okay. I'm gonna creep back into the throne room because I'm not trying to fight any of that by myself. And I want to try to climb this rope to join Sister Garaele. I don't want her by herself.
All right. Let's do some athletics.
No.
Show us what those biceps can do.
Oh, come on, motherfucker. It's not even that bad. Oh no!
So, as you climb up, you make it a little more than halfway, and you look down, about 12 feet back underneath you, and you're like, I got this. I'm making progress. And then you go to grab with the next hand and realize that you're overly confident, and one hand still holding the rope, you realize you don't have that much strength to be as lack in your free-spirited climb at this point, and you slide. You get rope burn on your palm as you slide all the way back down. You don't You don't take damage from falling, but your hand got really lit up, and you lose 1 point of damage.
Son of a bitch! I can't climb ropes for shit, man.
Did you squeal out or anything as you slid down?
No.
You just bit your
I
lips.
just bit my lip, gritted my teeth, and was just like, this fucking anger on my face at the fact that I can't climb fucking ropes. It's a once per day thing.
Hey, I want to use the sending stone. This rope sucks.
Are there any pebbles in this room?
Yes, there are pebbles in the room.
Okay.
There's
pebble
pebbles
up.
of bone. There's all sorts of little tiny things.
Okay, I'm gonna pick a pebble up, not a bone, and I'm gonna chuck it onto the balcony, and then I'm gonna pull out my boom box, and it's gonna be playing Phil Collins on it to try to get. I'm just kidding. I don't do that. Oh God, boom boxes don't exist. But I am gonna throw a pebble up onto the balcony to try to get her attention.
Okay. Let me see how attentive she is. Ooh, critical fail.
What?
Yeah, you throw the pebble and you don't even hear it hit anything. What the fuck? Where'd it go?
You don't even hear anything. God damn
Like
it.
you threw it up into the black hole that is the balcony and nothing.
Fuck. Okay. I'm going to shake my head profusely and just get super fucking frustrated at this entire thing and look at this rope and kind of look it up and look it down, give a deep breath, and I'm gonna try this again using all the strength I have in my little 3-foot body to try and get back up this rope, because I'm determined not to leave the sister by herself.
Okay.
Okay, come on, motherfucker. Dude,
Hang on. Let me double check the number because it's not that high.
I can't.
It says you just don't have any rope luck, so it's very interesting. Yes, an 8.
No rope luck.
8 will do it for you.
Oh, yay!
You make it up to the top. All right.
Fucking shit, man. You can't, like, what is with me and ropes? That's it. I'm not doing rope climbing, guys. I want everybody to know ropes are out. Fuck your ropes. Fuck. I don't even have a bad strength. I have a +2. It's not like it's not even a minus.
All right. You quickly will find out why she didn't hear anything when you threw that first pebble.
I'm so sorry, Marcus.
No. It's funny because you had actually shut these doors when you had come up here before.
Okay, so she just reshut the doors and I just threw a pebble. Okay, then I'm gonna creep in the door and meet her.
All right. As you walk in, you see that she's already been spending the last 20 minutes or so of you exploring the room. And she's deep in prayer, and it seems as if she's already begun her spell. She had told you that it would take an hour for her to do it. And it looks like she is currently working on Sudamir, as she can only do 1 person per hour.
Okay. I'm gonna completely not.
Oh, sorry, not
interrupt
Sudamir.
her.
Marcus.
Oh, sorry, Sudamir. You're not first. I want to roll perception to see if I hear anything out here.
Okay.
Okay. The luck has faded. Too many nat 20s.
No. Yeah, you don't hear anything except Sister Garaele just chanting over and over in Elven. It's kind of filling up the room with her whispers.
Okay, then I'm just going to.
And in your paranoia with the Banshee having also spoken in Elvish when you first encountered it, you know, at this point, is it Sister Garaele? Am I hearing things? Is there a Banshee on the other side of the door?
I am just going to take my daggers out and post up at this door a step back and just guard her while she finishes her prayer.
All right, so we're just gonna fast forward some time here. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
I didn't know that was a question. Sorry.
All
That
right.
was a statement.
So
like
you're
we're
just
fast forwarding time.
You're posted up. All right. The first one goes without hitch, and Marcus, you lucky dog, you come back to life with a loud. Your eyes fling open.
Whoa. I hug Sister Garaele. I see Fayda, I hug her too.
I was like, what about me, motherfucker? I saved your life.
You were at the other end of the room. I couldn't hug you from there. As soon as you come back, I don't even have words. I just hug both of them until they make me stop.
I just give him the biggest hug back.
What you would notice is Sister Garaele's not hugging too much back. She's very pale and covered in sweat, but she's giving a soft smile.
Oh my god. I have a lot to catch up on. But what's wrong with Sudamir? What's wrong with me? What?
We'll have time to explain later, but we have to get Sudamir up, and we need to get out of here. Nobody is safe.
Yes, Marcus.
Are we in danger right now? How can I help?
Marcus, she like wipes the sweat away from her face. I have to, I still have to help Sudamir here. I'm sure Fayda will explain, but, I haven't done this in a while.
Can you handle it? Are you gonna be okay?
Oh yes, I'll be fine. This is very taxing. But rest assured, I'll be able to help Sudamir here out. If you'll excuse me, Marcus, I'm happy to see you're still in good spirits. And she gives you another smile.
Lots to... Yeah, back to work. Fayda, are we in danger right now?
I'll kind of wave him over to the door away from Sister Garaele. Come here. Come here. Come here.
I can't.
Why can't you? Oh, are you still dead forever?
Yeah, I think it's still saying he's dead and prone.
No, now I can. All right.
It still says it.
I'll get rid of that.
Say I'm dead.
I'll get rid of the curse. You're no longer cursed.
He's still hurting like a motherfucker, though.
I can deal with her. What? Just what? What happened? And I hug her again.
I give him a hug back and proceed to kind of get down on the ground, peeking at the door. A banshee wailed and it took us all out at one time, and I was able to sneak out of here and get Sister Garaele to come back, but it's still here. And all the ghouls, so best course of action, we just guard Sister Garaele the best we can and wait for her to finish with Sudamir.
Tel Gadzive Lor Na.
Where are we?
We're still in that dwarven ruins that we came to clear for the town, and it's not clear. So just stay quiet and just wait. And then, yeah, I'll just post up again with my eyes trained on the door. Perhaps you should back up, Marcus. You don't look well.
Yeah, I'm right here, but I'm gonna sit down.
Next to Sudamir.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, you just still hear her chanting from time to time. Sudamir, Lor Ne Tel Talas. As she's chanting in Elvish and doing the ritual. You see a diamond placed on his chest. She's just deep in focus, beads of sweat dripping from her nose. All right. As she's in the middle of this chant, Sudamir, you haven't been in a state of consciousness. You haven't been anywhere at all. You haven't even had any form of self-awareness or existence. There's been nothing. Absolutely nothing. And suddenly you realize that you
know who you are and that you exist. And then you realize everything's black. And there's no sound. There's nothing. You look at your hands, your feet, the sky that isn't there. None of these things exist. And as it starts to scare you, like stir you, you suddenly realize, wait, I don't even have those. What are those? You have no feeling. It's all very surreal and strange, unknown. And then you can hear a little bit of Sister Garaele's voice. You hear these words coming to you. You hear Elvish. You don't know Elvish, but somehow you do in this moment. You hear her telling you to return to your body, that you're welcome back, that your soul can once again reside within your mortal shell. And with this, you feel again. You feel warmth. You feel comfort. You gain a rebirth of basic human wants and needs. Like, you want this. You want to return. You desire to return. And it's like almost a rush of suddenly being reborn with feeling again. And just as you feel that this is all fading, and like, what a strange dream, what an amazing experience, some old feelings creep back in too. Fear, uncertainty, cold, terror, a specific kind of terror, one with a voice, and you hear, suddenly, Sister Garaele's voice vanishes. The light, the warmth, everything's wiped away. You're back into the darkness. Nothing exists again. You have no hands, no body, no feelings. But you do have one thing left that attaches you to being human. This feeling of hate, desire, vengeance, and specifically for the voice that you're hearing.
Step away, woman. He is mine.
And with that, you wake up.
Tymora just kind of like, just sit straight up. Where am I? Where is he?
Tymora, where's who? Are you okay?
Oh, Fayda. Where are I heard Cryovane.
You heard Cryovane? Where? And I start to look around, looking to see if I see Sister Garaele.
she falls to the ground, just blacked out, collapses. She's still breathing. You guys see that she's breathing. Everything looks fine, but yeah, she's just completely out.
Marcus, tend to her. I need to speak with Tymora.
Take care of him.
Sudamir, Fayda, both of you hear the diamond drop to the ground and it rolls across the floor.
You heard Cryovane? Is here?
I don't know. I heard a woman's chanting and beckoning me back to my body, and as soon as I almost came back to feeling it, just felt the presence and called my name, told Sister Garaele to back off.
Wait, what?
I think he has this connection with you, I guess, but
I don't know, actually, maybe it might not have been Sister Garaele, but just told some woman to back off.
I can't hear you, Bryson.
Oh, you can't hear me?
No, it was like word and then very far away, like if I took back.
Oh, sorry.
No
Maybe
problem.
my mic was fine.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I don't know what maybe it was another vision. What happened? Where are we?
We're still in the Dwarven ruins. We all passed out from a banshee, and when I woke, you were both gone, and I got out and I found Sister Garaele to come back. It's not safe here, but I'm not sure what we're gonna do.
So we were dead?
Yeah, you both were dead. I was here and I shook you guys, and you guys just weren't responding to me at all, and I thought you were gone forever, but I went back to town, and of course Sister Garaele and Halia saved our asses.
Okay. What's... Do we get out of here as fast as we can? Do we wait for Sister Garaele to rest? Do we need to rest? What do we do next?
Raised dead.
Yeah.
Only affected Marcus?
Yeah, the diamond she was using is laying on the floor next to Fayda's feet.
That should have been consumed when she brought you back. Something else
So Sister Garaele didn't bring you back? What brought you back?
Maybe that's why she passed out.
This has something to do with Cryovane. If you told me you heard Cryovane, he did something.
Okay. We gotta get the fuck out of here.
I don't know. There's a ghoul. There was a banshee in this hall. It still guards it. There was a ghoul to the south. And I don't know what the fuck is in the throne room, but there's a much beefier looking ghoul in the throne room.
Okay. Is the rope still there that we came up?
Yes, it's still there. I used it to climb back up. I fell again. Does anybody have any potions or any kind of thing to... I don't know, are you guys feeling okay? Like, do you need...
No, I'm feeling pretty drained, honestly. I don't know.
We need to get the hell out of here. That's what I feel.
I think we should take a short rest for a little bit, just to get you guys feeling a little better before we try to get out of here, because there are ghouls and everything else still in here, and we are gonna have to find a way to get Sister Garaele out of here.
So, can we discuss our, DM, Can we discuss our plan while we do a short rest, or do we need to sit there and, like...
No, yeah. As long as you guys are just, like, not like, just chilling, yeah, you guys can just talk it out while you're short resting.
I sit down and pull Sister Garaele onto my lap so I can keep an eye on her breathing.
Marcus, do you see, like, is she getting better? Is she getting worse? Perhaps I can help you do some kind of check on her. I don't know much about this. Maybe with your worldly views, you'll know more.
Well,
I can assist you in trying to help.
Sure, let's do that. Can I do a medicine check?
Yep.
At advantage because I'm helping.
Yep, at advantage, but -4 afterwards.
Because he still has it, but I have shit.
To both of you, it just looks like she's just absolutely drained, like just fatigued. Like she passed out just from absolute exhaustion. But other than that, yeah, it looks like giving her a little time, she should wake up. You know, she doesn't feel feverish. Nothing seems too wrong with her. Her pulse and breathing are stable.
Perhaps we should wait till she wakes up. I'd hate for us to have to carry her and run into ghouls.
No, I think we can do it. I'm gonna throw an idea out there. Just let me know what you guys think.
Okay.
It wouldn't be that hard. Sudamir or you or someone could help me get down the rope. And as soon as I get down to the bottom of the rope, I can turn into a bear. I'll hold the bottom of the rope to keep it still, and if you slide or if anything happens, you'll land on me. And I think Sudamir still probably has extra rope. If we have to, we can lower the sister down. I just... shortest way out of here and back to regrouping and figuring out how to make sure this never happens again.
Do you think you could possibly web her up like you did with the bell? It's kind of weird, but...
Yes.
Crawl her out of here on your
Yes, I
back.
can.
It's a little weird,
I wouldn't
but
even. No. I wouldn't even have to web her. If I changed into a giant spider, I could hold her with 2 legs and walk on 6.
Yeah.
Is that correct?
Yep.
And you could walk on walls, correct?
Yeah.
And
Walls,
just kind of
ceilings,
crawl your
whatever.
way down.
Right.
Still kind of gross, but yeah,
As gross
I'm sure
as
she won't
it
mind.
is, if you're worried about it, I can carry all of us down.
I just don't want her to fall.
No, I love that idea.
All right, then that's sounds like a plan.
Do you want me to carry everybody or just her, or how do you want to do this?
Can you handle everybody?
I'd have to go one at a time.
I can
probably
slide
get
back
down the rope.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you just worry about getting the sister out, and Tymora and I will get out.
Okay.
All right.
Can you wait for us to get down though, so you can kind of unhook my
I'll go
grapple?
last. Yeah, I'll go last.
Yeah. If you want to go first, you might be able to catch me if I fall again. I tell you guys, I have fallen many times on ropes.
This is the
balcony.
This is
Yeah.
the balcony, right?
Yep.
Okay. I
Yeah.
was like,
He's a little
walking.
confused after dying.
He's not alone. Can I help?
I
Can I
pat
give them,
Sudamir's back. Yes, this is a balcony. I'm Fayda.
This is Marcus, though he's about to be a giant spider, so don't freak out. He does that.
Don't freak out. Can I help them down the rope?
Yeah.
So, well, I guess
Well, he's good.
he's getting sturdier.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But Faye, you can roll with advantage since ropes are your nemesis.
I'll be down here, ready to catch if someone falls.
All right. Oh, let's do this. Son of a bitch. I don't even know where my strength is. It's fine. Wait, what? Athletics. What am I doing? Okay.
You sound like the person that was just brought back to life.
I'm scared of ropes.
You're fine. Just zip line right down. Zzz.
Then I'll kind of rub my hands and kind of clench them because that fucking hurt. They're all burned. All right.
All right, you make it down. Join Sudamir. All right, and you're gonna spider out of here with the sister.
Yes, I am.
All right, now I need to ask you guys, anything you guys are doing other than escaping?
Me, no.
I think we need to just get Sister Garaele out of here.
Okay.
And get you
so-
guys back to feeling
Yeah.
good before we
Yeah,
do
but-
anything.
Yeah.
All right, then let me take you to the other map. And then for simplicity's sake, I have Sister Garaele's token, but she's just invisible for you guys moving. So we're not dragging a strange little token along.
Got it.
We're trying to be stealthy.
At least let me check the way forward to make sure it's okay for us to go through the
Fayda,
entrance.
roll a
and
history check. You have the sudden memory pop into your little brain there about this piece of rope that's kind of like dangling from your hip off your belt, and look to the south door.
What? Sorry. So, Sister Garaele gave me this rope, and she suggested I bar some doors just in case. She did teach me how to tie a proper knot, so that was embarrassing. So I'll head to the southern doors and close them, and take this, following Sister Garaele's hand gestures perfectly as my red burnt hands wrap around this rope and tie the doors together, and then I pull as tight as I can.
Magnifique. Roll perception on that. Let's see how awesome this knot looks. +1. A 9. You're mid. That's mid knot.
I'm mid. I'm mid, guys.
All right, yeah. So you guys are good. All these doors you guys see, they're fastened with rope. You guys have at least some little safety zone within Axeholm at this point.
All right.
All right. I will scout ahead to make sure there's no more ghouls. It was clear on the way in, but they could have moved while we were waiting, so if you guys want to kind of post up in here and I'll take a peek, we can just go back through the main gate.
Kind of post up behind this wall, watch her as she goes through the doors.
At this point, Marcus looks like he belongs here. So. All right. I'm going to creep up to these doors and then roll perception to see if I can hear or see anything in this hallway. It's fine.
Lucky.
It's fine.
Always forget.
No worries. I'm
yeah.
a lucky bitch.
You're fine. You don't see anything at all. It is as empty and quiet. You just see Buttercup kind of investigating the opening.
Okay, I want to be doubly cautious, and I'm gonna kind of sneak through the doors and check through all these little peepholes and things and anything to make sure there's absolutely nothing.
Yeah, as you make your way, you see it's absolutely quiet. You even remember you had locked that door over there on the western side.
Okay. And then I'm gonna, no, I'm not going to. It's fine. Never mind. I'm just gonna make my way back to the guys and let them know. I'll kind of just give them a silent thumbs up and wave them in my direction to follow me.
Okay.
Making my way downtown, walking fast, faces passing, I'm homebound. Skiddly diddly doo.
That's what the horses are humming to each other.
They're just nodding their heads back and forth.
Marcus stops back a little bit and kind of takes his front leg and points at the horses because he doesn't want to frighten them.
Yeah, they
It's a giant spider.
they look knowing, their eyes.
Oh.
Okay, Marcus, I leave it up to you. Either change back and carry Sister Garaele on the horse, or spider your way out, or whatever you want to do.
I turn back into a druid, and I would say that wouldn't be able to keep up with the horses, so I will carry her on horseback.
All right.
I'll go up to Buttercup and give her a kiss on her little snoot. And as she gently, gets down for me to get up on her, because I can't do it on my own.
She gladly kneels.
Thank you, Buttercup. I'll hop on. All right, guys.
I walk over to Princess Buttercup. I don't take the time to speak with animals. I just tell her, knowing she'll know that anything she wants is hers.
All right, guys, let's head home.
All right.
Let's go.
You assist the sister. So as you're getting onto the horse and stuff and kind of setting her up, she comes to enough where she's just like, and like enough that she's kind of keeping her body rigid enough to sit down and lean against you for the ride.
Welcome back, sister. We made it out, thankfully.
I'd have her in front so I could keep my arms around her in case she got weak or if she needed something.
Okay. Yeah, she would, if you were riding up alongside of her, Fayda, you would see that she just kind of gives you a soft smile and like closes her eyes again as she's just laying against Marcus. You guys heading straight to Phandalin? That's what I need to know.
Yeah, well, again, I think we should get Sister Garaele to safety.
Okay. Then I need to make some rolls.
Oh, I swear to God. I'm so fucking paranoid, dude.
Everything is groovy.
Oh, thank God.
And you guys have a nice
peaceful ride back to Phandalin. By the time you guys get back, it is about dinner time. It's getting later in the day. And
all right, perhaps you should get Sister Girl home. I think she needs some rest, and we could bring her some food.
I think
I'm more hungry in my life.
Oh, I'm sure. I could... You know what I could use? Some fucking ale.
Yeah.
Oh, and I'll take the horses back to the
Pork
stable,
chops.
and I'll meet you guys at the tavern. I'm just gonna lock the horses up before I get there.
all right, let me grab not Sister Garaele and the horses. All right, so one thing at a time. Let me go to Fayda as you're bringing the horses in. You just is that all you're doing and moving on, or
Is the guy that tends them here?
yeah, he's still open.
Okay, I just want to go in and talk to him real quick.
Ding. Oh, hello there. Hello.
Good evening, Mr. Barthen. I brought the horses back. I'm sure they're probably pretty exhausted. Is there anything I could get to special food or anything to, you know what I mean, just treat them nicely?
Oh, well, that's very kind of you. I would say you could go pester Mr. Darren Aldermath for some of his pears or apples. Everything I've got here is just basic horse feed and whatnot. But sometimes I do like to spoil the horses myself.
Okay, thank you for letting me know. I'll probably stop by there. They helped save my life, so I'm gonna head there, and then I'll just come and give them some apples. So I appreciate it. Thank you, Mr. Barthen.
Oh yes. When I put them in the barn here shortly, if I haven't seen you by then, just help yourself to the barn.
Thank you. I really appreciate it.
Yes. Everything go okay? I heard what was happening from some of the townsfolk.
Well, we managed to bring both Marcus and Sudamir back. I know you love Sudamir. Perhaps you have any of that jerky? I'm sure he would love some of that jerky.
Oh, absolutely, yes. That's great news indeed. He kind of like shuffles around his shop a bit. Yeah, that's wonderful news. I was devastated when I'd heard what happened. I mean, it's just sad hearing anything negative about somebody, especially even if I haven't known you all that long. It's you all are so young. It's a sad thing when something like that happens. So I'm very happy to hear it. He leans under his countertop and pulls out his old bag and kind of grabs a few pieces of beef jerky. Here's some for each of you. And what else here? Here, a little bit of this too. And you know where it comes from, so maybe you guys will come spend a little here when you're feeling better. And he gives you these little shiny gold wrappered thingies. They look like candies of some sort.
Oh. Wow. I mean, you didn't have to go that far, but I really appreciate it. I'm sure they're starving and need something to perk themselves up. Sudamir seemed like something happened to him. A little more than death, if you ask me.
Oh, well, I suppose something like that would affect a man or a woman. That sounds a little frightening if you think about it. Imagine waking up and you felt yourself die. That's gives me the shivers.
I can't even imagine, and I hope that I will never have that happen to me. But thank you, Mr. Barthen, for the jerky. Did you need anything from me? I can pay you for this. I don't want to.
Oh no! Again, I'm just happy to hear the good news, and as long as you all are alive, I know that I have a business to prosper from.
Very logical, Mr. Barthen. I appreciate it. And with that, I'll give him a nod and a smile and start making my way towards the pasture or whatever it's the farm? I don't know.
The orchard.
Orchard. Yeah, the orchard.
Toodaloo.
Oh, what a strange man. But he gives jerky, so I'll take it.
He's like a grandparent. He gives you snacks.
He's like the little, that's what you're talking about. He gave me butterscotch candy, didn't he?
Yes.
That's definitely what that is butterscotch candy he pulled that he's had in his coin bag for decades.
So
Roll a D100 to see how many Werther's originals he gave her.
he just gave her a little handful. So as you're making your way up to the Ettermath Orchard, you see this quaint little ranch house just sitting up here along the dirt pathway. And before you get up to the door, let's cut over to Sudamir. Sudamir, what did you do as you guys walked in? Head straight to the Stonehill?
Yeah, Sudamir went there and he ordered a plate and he finished the plate and he ordered another one, and yeah, he's just on buffet mode right now.
Oh yeah, as soon as
shoveling it.
As soon as you walked in, Toblin and even Ida, the barmaid, they both ran over and like they're trying to hug on you. Oh, it's so good. Oh, you're alive, Sudamir. Oh. And Ida's like, oh, Sudamir, and she's like rubbing your hair, and you know, I don't know if she should be rubbing your hair, but she's happy to rub your hair. Yeah, and they're like, oh, come in, sit, eat. Oh, you look horrible. Here, we got some mashed potatoes, and you know what? I'm gonna make something special just for you. Just here, help yourself to the dinner though. And Ida, help him out, and she'll be bringing you food, drink. Hell, even she's trying to massage your shoulders, but you can keep slapping her hands like to get her off of you if you need to. They're very happy to see you back and healthy. Like you could tell they were clearly worried, and possibly just sitting in here talking. Like the townsfolk have been biting their nails, hoping for Fayda to come back with some good news.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, Sudamir, he's just exhausted. He's happy to see everybody, and he just comes in. He's just like, I'm happy to be back, guys, but I need to recharge. I've never felt this before. It's good to see everybody, but yeah, keep that food coming. I'm dying over here.
Ida tells you, Mr. Toblin was just devastated when he heard what happened. I'm so happy to see you're alive, and I'm sure you could see how happy you let him up walking in through our door.
It's great to see you guys too.
How do you feel? Was it scary?
Well, at first it wasn't so bad. It just felt, like I was nothing. But coming back, it was terrifying. The rush of feelings and encounters I felt. It was quite strange.
Oh,
but
well.
Nonetheless, I'm still happy to be alive.
She pulls up a chair and she's like seated at this point, like while she's bringing you food, just kind of keeping you company at the table. You could tell she's just concerned and it doesn't really know how to deal with a formerly has been dead person seated with her. Well, I'm for one happy too, not just Mr. Toblin, but it's not often you see a guy such as yourself, coming to town and all. And she kind of like blushes a bit and plays with her hair. But yeah, it was really devastating to hear, and yeah, I'm just so happy to see that you're still on your feet, Sudamir.
I definitely appreciate it.
Well, can I get you anything else, or you look awful. Are you gonna get some rest here soon?
Yeah, I was hoping so. You'd think being dead is like being in an eternal sleep, but I have never felt more restless in my life.
Well, you should definitely take a bath. Nothing against you or anything. Like I don't mean to say this and sound bad, but you kind of stink. like not you. It's just I can actually
She told us it was ghouls, right? You smell like a ghoul.
Oh God, do I? I kind of like smell my armpit. Oh,
Yeah, when you smell yourself, you smell just rotten flesh stuck to your armpit, plus armpit smell. So you got a double punch.
Oh yeah. So as soon as realizing that, he just kind of like slams his hand on the table. I'll be back.
Oh,
Just, like,
my!
runs up.
Oh, he's so strong. Okay.
Where's Adabra?
Shoot.
Oh, don't worry about it, Deborah.
No, Adabra's got a fake Sudamir suit of armor. I am very worried about her.
Yeah, that's Sudamir is still kind of contemplating how he feels about that. That might have been as terrifying as Cryobane coming back to life.
Yeah, that might be a warning.
Yeah, a little bit of a red flag for sure.
Meanwhile, Adabra is, in her bedroom after working hours, and she's like, "Ah, Sudamir, they say you're dead, but they don't realize you're still here with me."
Yo.
All right, so,
Brought his blocks back forward to add to her little doll.
yeah, Ida takes you to like the guest baths. Like, you know where they are at this point, but like she's just being extra supportive. She's bringing you some of her personal soap. Not the stuff that the inn supplies, but some stuff that actually smells perfumey and nice, like honeysuckle.
Trying to catch a peek, dude.
And she might be trying to catch Feek, but she just, seems very, very helpful and happy to have you back. Toblin, she's also doing a good job of keeping him off of you as well. Like just stiff arming him to keep him back while she's already assisting you with some stuff.
She offered to wash his back.
No.
I'm just curious how anime we were going.
No,
here.
Ida's reserved. She already made her little comment, oh, such an attractive man, it's a shame to see him, a shame to hear what happened. No, she's reserved enough. She's not that thirsty of a village girl, like mother says I must marry and I'll do anything to marry.
Oh my god. Holy shit, don't ever do that voice again. I have nightmares.
That'll be the
Actually,
next.
No, do it again.
That'll be the next female NPC that goes after Fayda.
Oh,
No. Actually, do it again. One more time. Can you do it again?
No, you're not.
I don't think you can do it again.
I'm not going to be begged for it. That's where it gets weird.
Can I roll a persuasion check on my DM?
Again, DM, speak that way to me again. So Marcus,
can I give her the help action?
As you brought Sister Garaele into the house, at this point, getting off the horses and whatnot, she's come to. Like, you still are, gently guiding her and taking her through the house. She just kind of notions, like, you don't have to take her to a room or anything. She just points at her sofa and this will be fine. And she sits down and she leans back and she gives you a smile and says, "You're the one I should be helping. You've been through quite a lot, Marcus."
No more than I deserved.
Oh.
At this point, are you seated with her?
No, I smell like ghoul and death. I'm not ruining her couch.
She'd grab your hand with one hand and grab your forearm with the other and like pull you down into the couch. With that, she would just full on embrace you and just smell and all, just bury her face into your chest. She's just you can feel that she's just clinging tightly to you, just happy that you're here.
Oh, Rafira. I'm here. And I'm sorry.
I was so scared. I had to hide it from everyone. I didn't want people to see me frowning in the streets, changing people to look to me for hope and telling them that everything will be okay, but it was so difficult to keep such a stoic face.
You're exactly what the town needed.
I'm just happy that it worked out. She kind of like suddenly has a realization, leans back. But Sudamir, that was terrifying.
What happened? Why wasn't the diamond consumed? I don't know everything, but I thought that was part of it.
I don't know either. I can tell you what I felt though. That Cryovane, he was there with almost woven between me and Sudamir. I felt him crawling under my skin, in my head. I could hear him whispering to myself, to Sudamir. I had a connection to Sudamir. I could see his soul. And I'm afraid to say that what returned to Sudamir's body was not his soul.
What came back?
I believe that was Cryovane's soul.
But Cryovane's alive.
If I were to somehow figure out what's happened, I feel that Cryovane has bound himself to Sudamir. What I heard from Cryovane, I need to speak with Sudamir and find out what he recalls. But so she goes on to, I was like, should I do like a little interactive flashback? She'll explain to you that in that moment, over the table, what we had all heard Sudamir experience with Cryovane, demanded Sister Garaele release Sudamir, declared that Sudamir is his and will face him. And what Sister Garaele believes is that Cryovane used his own soul to return Sudamir to his body. It's still Sudamir, and it's still him, but that his soul is now fused with Cryovane, in a sense. And I believe that if that's accurate, the only way you can help Sudamir at this point is if you all were to kill Cryovane.
Well, that was on his to-do list anyway, I guess. That's a lot to deal with.
This whole experience has been a lot to deal with. Not only for myself, but you 100%. What you've been through is not something many people come back from. And when they do, it takes a long time to get through it, to work through it. You're not going to feel yourself for a few days. You'll feel sapped and drained. Your mind may feel a little foggy from time to time, and then just what you've been through, that experience alone. You let me know if you need anything, and I'll be here to help you feel better.
You did so much. You quite literally saved my life. More than saved my life. You brought me back. I don't even know what to say. There isn't a word to express the thanks or the feelings I have, the gratitude. I wish I was better with words.
It's fine.
I hug her.
Oh, you stink so much.
I know.
Okay.
I tried to avoid the cat. Okay.
Let's take care of this. You're gonna have to set aside your druid ways and let me show you what normal people do to take care of such a smell. And she stands up, and she's gonna take you to her washroom and pump you some hot water. And she's going to clean you up, mama style. She will get that hair cleaned up, and you're just gonna sit there, and she's gonna make sure you stay still so she can get all of the rot out of your nooks and crannies and your ears and clean you up.
You're gonna sit there and take it.
After she washes my hair, can I ask her if she'll French braid it so it's out of my ears?
You know what? Just for saying that, I am going to French braid your hair, so stay still. Don't make me pull it.
And she,
Do what you have to.
and she's going to get you cleaned up. While that's going on, back to you. You have
Ta-da.
arrived at this door to the orchard house. You see a little rocking chair out front with a smaller chair, not as cool as the rocking chair that sits beside it. You notice that there's a few apple cores and pear cores that have been looks like eaten recently, fresh, that are neatly stacked, standing next to each other near the rocking chair.
I'm just gonna give the door a gentle tap.
Nothing happens.
I'm gonna give it a louder tap.
Hello? Somebody there?
Hi, it's Fayda. I have a favor or a question for you.
Oh, yes, just a moment. And you hear some shuffling inside. And the door opens. Hello. What can I help you with, Miss Fayda?
I just came by to see if you had any extra apples that I could bring to the horses. They just went through a big experience of their own, and I kind of wanted to treat them.
Oh, sure, yes, that can be arranged. Here, help yourself. And he kind of steps over here into the orchard and waves you over. Well, help yourself. A lot of them right now are pretty young. They haven't fully come in yet, but help yourself. The horses will love it.
I was gonna say anything the horses would still love it, but that's all I'm here for. So I'll. Oh God, can I reach the apples on the tree?
Oh yeah. You could grab some.
Okay. Okay, cool. Yeah, I'll just walk up to the tree and I'll gently pick like 6 apples.
Yeah, the horses will like it a lot. My personal opinion is a lot of the horses like them when they're sour still.
Really?
He grabs a couple and takes a bite and hands you one, like if you wanted to actually chow down on one yourself.
Yeah, I'll grab it from him, and it's still one of the unripe ones, correct?
Yeah.
And I'll take a big bite out of it, and then my face will kind of pucker, and I'll just, okay, maybe more for the horses.
Oh, you're not a fan of sour things?
Well, depends, but maybe not my fruit, no.
Well, I mean, I do see you hanging around with Miss Halia, so had to ask.
You went where I went with it. Our minds are entwined. Oh, she can be quite sour, but I assure you, I think there's a sweet core underneath all of that.
Yes. I'm happy you knew I was just jesting. I didn't want you to take offense, but good to see you have a sense of humor after everything your party's gone through. I take it everything went well, if you're here to feed the horses?
Yes, Sister Garaele did an amazing job and brought the guys back to us, and we were able to get out and we were able to get in without running into anything, even though I imagine there are a lot of horrors still left in there.
And how did the sister do?
Well, it seems it worked perfectly on Marcus, and after she tried on Sudamir, he came back, but the diamond was still there, and then the sister just passed out, and we had to get her out of there on, weird to say, spider back.
Sister Garaele fell ill.
Yes, she immediately after she got finished trying to get Sudamir back, she fainted. It happened within 30 seconds.
Oh, that woman. I have to give her a stern talking to.
Concerned about Sister Garaele?
Yes. I told her she shouldn't be overexerting herself.
I mean, we were only there to try to clear this place for the town, and she does love Marcus, and I fear it would look really bad if she only helped Marcus.
Yes. Well, I mean, she's home now, is she?
Yes, she's home. I imagine her and Marcus tending to each other's wounds.
All right, and okay, well, as long as everybody came back fine, that's good to hear. Has anyone given you one of these yet? He reaches in his pocket and pulls out a little golden wrappered thingy and puts it in your palm.
I will just take it with this smile on my face, and I'll tell him, I might have come across these once or twice. Where's everybody getting these strange candies?
Oh, everyone of my age around town has these in their bag.
Can I ask what they're called?
That's butterscotch.
Oh.
Very delicious little thing.
Butterscotch. And I'll unwrap it and pop it into my mouth.
Oh, very
pretty
good,
good.
isn't it? Yes, yes.
Yes, I'll have to get some more of these.
No,
before we head out
everyone
now.
in town does not have these things. That is poison. No,
I spit it out onto the ground.
no, I've picked up some from Mr. Barth, and he's been really pushing these on a few townsfolk lately. I think he's
And he also pushed jerky on you.
oh no, he's stingy as all hell with his jerky. Wait, he
Interesting.
pushes the jerky on you?
No, he doesn't. He doesn't do that. I haven't even tasted it. I've just heard such fantastic things about
Roll
it
deception.
that Okay. Hold on, I got a +5.
That roll.
That man, he's gonna get a stern talking from me. Well, help yourself to the apples and the pears. Stop back by if you ever need anything. Till later then. He marches on. You just hear him bickering to himself.
Thank you.
That worm.
Thank you. Oh, okay, he's gone. Oh boy, I think I just started the first civil war of Fenelon.
It was over jerky.
Shit.
All right, a couple hours will have passed. It is going to be later into the evening, not late night or anything, just the evening. Everyone has had dinner. It is beyond dinner time. Where would you all have found yourselves?
I would have brought the apples to the horses, and then before stopping by the bar, I would have went to go tell Adabra that Sutamir is back.
You would go tell
And then I
Adabra
would've-
Sudamir's back?
Yeah.
You little instigator.
Right?
And then I would have joined them at the bar as to not leave them alone with each other because they don't know how to have a conversation. He said, you little instigator. I am.
All right, so you would have ended up back at the tavern?
Yes.
All right. At this point of the evening, there would be Narf playing some music tonight, especially because the town has some good news. So Toblin reached out, since Narf is still in town, and told him to come by and play tonight. What about you, Sutamir? After your bath, you still have a little bit of this stink. It won't fully go away. Ida has explained to you, yeah, that's not going to come out with one wash. But for the most part, it's nice though that every time you take a breath in, you're at least smelling some honeysuckle and just a faint whiff of rot. It's almost kind of mouth-watering, like an overripe fruit smell at this point, because it's a little bit of the floral, yummy, sweet smell with a little bit of rot.
Is Toblin just Febrezing the tavern gradually throughout the night?
There we go. Yes, Mama Who Games, sickly sweet. Yeah, it's like not totally unpleasant. It's weird. Maybe you might end up getting a weird. I don't know. Not fetish isn't the word.
Craving?
You might
Hunger for aged meat.
Yeah, it might affect you if you keep smelling this for the next few days, because it's not too bad, and at the same time it's kind of good. So it's like, what is going on? Interesting smell.
Acquire a certain taste for it.
Fetish.
So yeah, Fayda, if you're just sitting in there listening to Narf jam out, Sudamir, would you be down there hanging out with Fayda and them?
Oh yeah, when she walks in, I would like wave her over and do you want a beer? I'd like look at my pockets and realize I don't have any coin. Oh, never mind.
I would walk up to him and I would actually give him a really big hug, and I would just be like, "I'm really glad you're back, and I will get the beer tonight. I believe I owe you 1 platinum, 9 gold, and 5 silvers.
Oh,
I might have taken them off your body. Yeah, I mean, if you weren't gonna use them, but I'm giving all of it back. I swear, I didn't take any this time. I kind of like you a little bit. Oh, also, I got you a little bit of a gift.
What? How long were we dead?
Like a day, but it's fine. It's fine. It's fine.
No wonder why it stinks so bad.
Don't worry. I think I still smell too. I only had like 1 bath, and this place is, not helping. But I did get you, and I'll pull out.
Right before you pull it out, Marcus, what would you be doing? Would you end up over at the tavern? Because the sister would actually like to be at the tavern and kind of be around, especially Sudamir and stuff after what has all happened. So if that is something...
That woman just put me in a tub, scrubbed me down, and braided my hair. I'll do anything she wants. She wants to go to the club, we'll go to the club.
So let me move you guys over. So as you're talking to Sudamir, Marcus and the sister walk in and see you guys, and they just quietly, she at least quietly takes a seat while you're talking to Sudamir. And she just kind of gives you guys a smile as she sits and listens in.
I blow her a kiss. Okay, I don't do that. I just smile at her and give her a nod.
She opens her mouth, like waiting for you to spit in it.
Wow.
Man, those ghouls be talking, man. My secrets are out. All right, so I would hand him. Oh, go ahead.
Go ahead.
No, you go.
I was just gonna say I'd come in and give you a little kiss on the top of the head and sit down and just try and look happy.
Oh. I'll blush a little bit after you give me my little forehead kiss. And then I proceed to hand Sudamir all of this lovely stack of jerky that I have acquired for him. I got this for you.
Oh my god.
Sudamir's eyes just light up. Oh my god, where did you get that?
Your favorite shopkeeper gave it to me, but dude, don't tell anybody you have it. I think I started the first Civil War handling with this stuff, so you might want to kind of tuck it away and eat it later.
Oh, I don't know if it's going to survive the night.
I'm sure it wouldn't, to be honest, but you are the man back from the dead, and it is all yours. I will gladly have you take it all.
Sudamir kind of puts it off to the side and he just takes Fayda and he hugs her so hard.
I'm so happy to have you guys back, and thank you for, following the call or whatever the hell happened to you, but you're here and I'll take it. Just, let's not die again, okay?
Yeah, that was a frightening experience, to say the least.
Oh, perhaps we should join the sister. I'd like to see if she's doing okay. Marcus seems to have gotten up to, I guess. And I'll kind of squint my eyes and look at him and just nudge Sudamir on the shoulder. He's looking fancy.
He's looking real nice. I've never seen that hairstyle before.
It kind of suits him. You think Sister Garaele did that? And with that, I'll make my way over to Marcus and the sister, motioning for Sudamir to follow me.
Okay. Well, she sat down at the table with you guys. So
oh, she did?
As you move closer to her, she just kind of smiles.
I thought she sat at a different table. In my mind, that's how it happened.
Well, this is awkward.
You just moved from one side of the booth to the other.
I wanted to be closer to her.
How are
She
you
smells so good.
feeling, Sudamir?
It's hard to say. I've never felt this before. I'm feeling better now that I've had some food and drink, but I don't know. I feel this weight on me that I can't describe fully. It's some burden. I don't know.
Well, I do need to speak with you this evening if we have a moment where I could steal you and discuss something pretty important about what's happened to you.
If you have any insight on this, I'd definitely open to hear about it.
Well,
You guys need a private moment?
oh no, it's no rush. I'm just happy to see that he looks well, and just looking at all three of you, I'm happy you all have each other again.
Thank you, sister. I don't know who I would be or how I would be feeling right now if it weren't for you, so anything you need ever, or I'm here for it.
Well, what do you say we guys have a drink life?
Yes,
Sounds good.
definitely some drinks. Toblin, drinks on me all around.
Oh, yep, you got it.
Can I go up and get the drinks for our table?
Yeah.
When I get the drinks, I want to put a piece of paper under Fayda's drink that says we need to speak alone later.
Oh, fuck.
So Toblin sees you sliding the paper under one of the cups. Is that for me?
That's what I thought at first.
Not this time, Toblin.
What, who's it for?
It's for Fayda.
Oh, this drink right here. And he like moves it over to the mug. I'll make sure she gets this one.
Thank you.
Yeah, no problem.
Thank you, Toblin. And I'm really glad to see you again.
He kind of does this big full-faced grin. His eyes squint and his cheeks are so up in the air. I'm happy to see you all back. I was it hit me pretty hard. Seeing y'all come in here every day and just so happy. And then Fayda, when I'd heard what happened and Miss Halia came in for a drink, it just sounded rough.
Wasn't exactly my finest moment.
Yeah, well, we live in what we learn. Just happy to see you all here tonight. Should always appreciate these kind of moments.
I agree.
You know, we should
Thank
also
you again, Toblin.
yeah. Should also appreciate trying new things like egg in a beer, you know. We only never know when we're gonna leave this earth. Okay, too far. All right.
I want to wild shape into a bear.
Too far.
Okay. Well, yeah, too far. So anyway, I'll make sure she gets this mug. And yeah, he gives you a smile and a nod. All right. Yeah, and with that, he notions Ida to come over, and presumably he's telling her, you know, whose cups whose. And she comes around and brings you guys out drinks. She places them all down, and yeah, Fayda, yours has apparently a little piece of parchment under it with something written on it. And,
After I see that, my heart begins to race a little bit because I don't know if this is from like the Zenerum or what this note is. Like, I'm kind of freaking out a little bit.
Wait,
So
hang on,
I
Marcus, verbatim, what did you say it said?
You and I need to speak alone later. That's why I was
That's
getting
it.
the drinks because I didn't want to
That's
stop.
it?
Oh,
That's all it says?
I thought you were just saying you were going up to the drinks and you were putting it under a cup. Did you want to take them back to the table?
That's what I asked. If I could go get them.
Yeah,
and
then
I
you
was
can
gonna
take
bring
them. You can
back
take them.
and Kind of give her a hint, a little, eyebrow raise as I put her cup down.
Okay,
so
yeah,
she
because
noticed it.
otherwise, Ida
Yeah,
would have
it's
been
just very
telling you,
cryptic.
meet me
Yeah.
after the... Meet me
Yeah,
after
I would have
Yo.
immediately freaked out because he didn't say, like, at the bottom, dash Marcus or anything. I was going to be like, what the fuck is this?
Now
Oh my
Ida's
God,
hitting on me.
it's
What's
Moira.
happening?
Like, in my mind, I'm like, I don't even think it's Ida. I'm like, okay, is this the Zenerum? Is this a Moira thing? Like, what is this? I'm terrified at this point. But okay, got it. He gives me a look and then hands it to me, right?
Yes.
Okay. I will take a swig of my ale, quickly grabbing the note, and then I will go to the bathroom again. That's my new thing. I like to go to the bathroom a lot. when I'm doing shady things, I like to go to the bathroom. It reminds me of hiding in the fucking bathroom the entire time.
You blinked out there. What? It reminds you what?
Yeah.
It reminds me of Aetherius and playing that game last night, and he kept running into the bathroom stalls
Oh.
when he was scared.
The
That's me.
bathroom is your safe place. Okay.
Yes, the bathroom is my safe place. So yeah, I will just take a step in the bathroom before I read it because I don't want anybody to see it.
Oh, I thought you were saying you're going to the bathroom so Marcus can meet you in the bathroom. I was like...
Oh,
Marcus wasn't coming.
It's like, this is going to get even harder to explain. And Sister Garaele will be like, okay, well, they're peeing on each other. Sudamir, let's have that conversation.
I will have just went to the bathroom real quick, read it, and then came back out. And
Well, Don Jon
give
Raskin
Marcus
does
a
say
nod.
it's the best way to get rid of smell, and they did smell a little bit like rot.
Oh, Don Jon. Did you say this? We didn't actually go to the bathroom. Okay. Yeah, I will just give him a nod and sit back down at the table and continue to sip at my ale.
It was my happy place. Brings me peace, says Aetherius.
In the bathroom.
Yes,
I mean, he survived longer, I guess.
all right. So, the night shall go on. You all have a few rounds. Enjoy the diddly of Narf jamming out, which sounds a little something like this.
Ooh. Getting the vibes.
And
Ooh.
as the night passes, eventually Sister Garaele has reached her point, like her peak. She, even though she's not the one that came back from the dead, she clearly looks a little exhausted. Also, I don't know if I should. Yeah. So, after all of that mind melt that I just went through, I will probably have to clarify by just saying Sister Garaele finishes her last mug of water and stands up and says, well, I need to call it a night, but Sudamir, if we could speak outside perhaps?
Yeah, sure. Kind of walk out and kind of lean against the railing on the balcony outside.
She would turn
Be
to
back,
the
guys.
two of you and also like, if you give us just a moment, you two.
Of course.
Take your
Whatever
time.
you need, sister.
And she'll come outside and join you. Aetherius or anybody, is that music loud, voice-wise?
Not for me.
Sounds good to me.
Yeah, I'm just
Yeah, we have
wondering.
our own settings, so.
Yeah, I'm wondering how
I
it's
see.
translating over there.
Gotcha.
If it's like down, 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 and our voices are like very low. Okay.
If it slaps, it slaps.
Oh, not too loud. Got it.
Okay, cool. So, yeah, you guys come out here. Just to make it pretty simple and sum it up, she tells you everything that she had told Marcus that she experienced. She also asks you, what your particular experience was. And she tells you she's really unfamiliar with it, but she's afraid that the protection she gave you from him using that altar
that it feels much deeper than that now, as if he has offered a piece of him to bring you back to life, and explains that she feels that he is just that much of a sycophant, like that deranged of a beast, that he
wants to be the one to kill me.
Yes, that he wants to be the one to kill you. He doesn't want anything else to touch you.
Do you... Wow. Do you think that I could somehow tap into this and ascertain his location?
I'm unsure of how we would even start, how that would even work. I do have a very bad feeling and sinking suspicion that I'll have to check into. I don't even know if I should speak of it now. I don't want to get you all wound up or paranoid and looking over your shoulders, but do you...
Be prepared.
Very true. Well, I was thinking about it as I was French braiding Marcus's hair, but do you recall the spellcasters and what they were doing in the Neverwinter Wood, controlling the orcs?
Yeah.
Well, it was very disturbing because we were like, of all times, why here, why now? And I have this really bad feeling, especially with what we've all just experienced, that possibly they're somehow related to Cryovane. I don't know if he would find himself working with spellcasters, or if it's the other way around, if they're somehow manipulating Cryovane to aid them. But there's just so much we don't know, and you could tell she's kind of like looking around, and it just really looks like it's tearing her up, not having all the pieces of some kind of puzzle she's working out in her head. I'll just have to reach out and see what I can come up with, and it could be completely unrelated, but with what we've experienced and what you and I both had experienced back there in Axeholm, I can't say that it's not related at this point.
Well, sounds like we're running out of time, and we might need to pick up our steps and our defenses against Cryovane, and if those spellcasters are planning to fortify him or something in some way, we might be better with a preemptive strike on them.
Yes, this is very true. Well, if you'll excuse me, I'm sorry to take you away from your friends like this. I just felt it better to have the conversation with you one-on-one, so you could better understand what was happening with you within your body.
So, what will happen if I kill him? Do you that kill me?
Honestly, Sudamir, I don't know. And she looks at you with sympathy and concern, but she just shakes her head silently.
Well, it's a sacrifice I'm willing to make. That dragon has rampaged this land too much anyways, and one life for his, well worth the cost.
Well, you know what, Sudamir? And she places her hand on your shoulder. Your words are very sincere and kind that you would go so far. And I give you my oath, should that happen, as long as your soul wills it and you wish to return, I will make use of that diamond this time around.
Appreciate that.
Yes.
Thank you for what you did for Marcus. I know you tried for me, but I appreciate that.
Yes, absolutely. I'm just so happy tonight seeing all of you back and well, don't let me keep you any longer. And she kind of like looks you over to kind of take in your overall demeanor and gauge you and how you're feeling. I'm sure you need the rest tonight. I'm happy to see Adabra isn't around tonight. I'm sure she would not let you get any rest anytime soon. She gives you a big smile.
I tried to get her ass.
I don't know about that one. She kind of scares me.
Well, I'm afraid you have right to be scared. And she gives you a smile and have a good night, Sudamir.
You too, sister.
Oh, tell Marcus he can come by my place if he wishes to see me.
Of course.
Good night.
Walk back into the bar over to my friends.
At this point, I'm a little tipsy. I want y'all to know that. I've been drinking the ales. I need them. I just saw my friends die. I'm gonna need them.
You know what? That's perfectly fine. You, you saved us today. You do whatever you want, and we'll take care of your hangover tomorrow.
Sudamir would definitely be joining you in that endeavor, but it wouldn't really take much for him to get fucked up because he's already all kind of a little loopy still.
I really love you guys, and I was really scared that you were dead.
We were.
Dude,
Well,
God,
like dead.
I was just like nothing.
You were like
Crazy.
nothing? Like there's just nothing?
Yeah, it was just like I couldn't even see my hands or my feet.
Dude, I don't even think I can see your hands right now.
Are these my hands?
Are those my hands?
Oh,
No.
okay.
Are they Cryovane's hands? What if they're Cryovane's hands? Oh my god, he's Cryovane, guys.
Toblin walks
Oh my
up.
god. Who screamed?
All right. I'm gonna start trying to wrangle my friends to their rooms.
Yeah, Toblin
Get
tells
sleep.
you, Marcus, he's like, usually I'm one for the parties, but I think Fayda had a rough time. She probably needs to get some rest.
Lay your hands off of me, ogre. I'm perfectly okay. I've only had 10 nails and I am only 40 pounds. I'm fine.
Narf, turn off the music.
Narf, turn the music up. String harder, my friend.
Toglin, I'm gonna need 2 extra chamber pots and as much fresh water as you can get me for these 2 when they wake up in the morning.
His face
I'm
wrinkles
fine.
up. Oh, all right.
I'm fine. You don't need to take care of me. I take care of you, stupid.
You absolutely do.
Yes, I do, and I'm
Yes, you
feeling
do.
good, Marcus.
Oh,
You
right.
just look at me. Look at me, Marcus, and I point my fingers at him and point my fingers at my eyes, and I'm locking eyes.
Oh, hey,
I'm
Fayda, come on. We gotta take care of Marcus in your room. Come on now.
And my what?
Come on, we gotta take care of Marcus. He needs help.
I take care of Marcus. That's not in a weird way, though. That's Sister Garaele.
No.
Just in a friendly way. That's me.
Yep. I'm gonna stay at the Stonehill tonight. Do you want to show me where my room is?
Yes. And I would lead him upstairs into the bathroom. That's not his room. Here's your room. I made the bed for you because I expected your return.
I had no doubts. Where's your room from here?
My room is right here. We're in my room.
We're in your room. Okay.
This
Evelyn.
is my room, Marcus.
Oh, yeah, yep. Yeah.
What's her room number, or which door is it?
Oh, this is her room, and he like winks at you. But
I told you this is my room.
Yeah. Oh, hey, I think she needs another ale. Here, come on, let's sit somewhere more comfortable.
The ale?
Here, come on.
Where's the
We'll
ale?
sit in the fancy room.
You have a fancy room?
Oh,
I
yeah.
just didn't think that exists. Is it your room? Wait,
No,
where do you
no.
sleep?
It's the secret
Do you
room.
sleep under the
and I didn't find it. I'm so disappointed in myself. I haven't.
And
I've
he will.
been scouting around the town hall and Holly's house, but I never actually checked out the inn.
Oh my, yeah. Come on in here, and he takes you to your room and shows you the fancy room.
Wow, that's much nicer than my other room. My other room kind of smells like shit and dead things. Kind of like Sudamir. He smells like dead things. Wait, I smell like dead things too. Why do I smell like dead things?
You don't. It's just the ale.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Look
but
how
this is
comfy
a
that
very nice
bed
room.
looks.
It does look kind of nice, doesn't it?
Fayda, Constitution saving throw.
Oh, son of a bitch. You pay for these things. All the wrong buttons. I'm drunk, sorry. Oh, God!
Oh, God.
All right, you hit the bed. You don't even make it to the bed. You just hit the floor in the middle of words.
I catch her before she hits the ground.
Oh, my DM just shut me up so hard.
All right. Well, Ida, maybe get 3 chamber pots, please. All right, Mr.
Yeah.
Marcus. Good luck with this. You guys pay for the rooms, but you don't pay for the babysitting. So, see you in the morning.
Nope, not at all.
And he heads downstairs.
I go wrangle Sudamir.
Yeah, you find him sleeping at the table downstairs.
I pack him up, and like a good friend with a drunken idiot, I put him in bed, and I at least take his damn boots off.
All right.
You're a good guy, Marcus.
Not as good as you.
Always liked you. And hit the pillow.
Okay. I'll be back to check on you guys in the morning. Drink water. There's chamber pots by your beds.
You guys just hear me mumbling in the room like, ghouls, Banshee, Halia.
All right. Well, with them passed out, Marcus, you head on over to Sister Garaele's for the evening?
Not quite. I stop at the well, the shrine to Tymora, and I pray a prayer of thanks for my friends and for all the luck that, has been bestowed on our party, because I know now, especially being back, that any time it could be over. I'm trying to enjoy being back. I want to be grateful, but I'm not in a good place. So I seek guidance. I seek wisdom. I seek forgiveness. Eventually I walk away into the woods to meditate.
Okay, can you roll me a perception check as you're walking away to the woods? All right.
Goddamn.
Yep.
All right, and
So much for the luck well.
no, it was nothing. It was nothing important. It was a very minor thing. All right, so the next day comes. Everybody roll or do your long rests.
Hell yeah.
Holy fuck, soon we got a 29 hit points.
Wow.
Dude was dead.
Yeah, I was a little woozy. So I only need like 2 or 3 beers, and I was like,
just sleeping at the
"Okay,
table.
guys." Yep.
Like donating blood.
So the next day comes. Fayda, I do need another Constitution
God
saving
damn it, I
throw
saw
from
that
you.
coming. You try to be lightening the moment, and next thing you know, you're
Hey, everything needs to have a little
Paying for it.
consequences.
If you had like 10 ales, you were 4 foot tall. 3.
You're fine.
whatever.
You're just your head's gonna be hurting. You got a headache.
and I'll just come downstairs and ask Toblin for a little bit of ale to kind of take the edge off.
And Toblin,
Yeah.
just put an egg in that shit, man.
Oh,
I heard it
yes,
works.
absolutely.
Just put a fucking egg in that shit. My head fucking hurts.
Yes! He is so excited.
Load it up, Toblin. If I already threw up, so if I throw up again, nothing's coming out. We're good.
All
Load
right. Yeah, he makes you guys a mug of ale faster than you've ever seen the man pour.
I'll actually have an ale first thing in the morning today too.
Oh,
You having an egg, Sudamir?
got it.
Fuck it. Why not? It was disgusting last time, but you only come back from the dead one time.
That's right. He twists his nipples. Oh,
Oh god.
he cracks
All
the
right.
eggs, one in each hand. Pours them in. He wiggles the mugs in each hand like a little bit, stirs them up, slams them on the table for you. Oh, there you go. And he opens his eyes wide, waiting.
Cheers.
Thank you, Toblin. Cheers, Sudamir, and I'll just raise my glass to him, clinking it.
He licks his lips in anticipation.
And I'll look down at it and just kind of be like, oh, what the fuck? Okay. And I will just down the whole fucking thing.
Yep. I follow her lead.
All
Was
right.
it better this time?
Oh, let me
I'm
know.
gonna roll it at advantage this time since I had experience.
Since you've experienced it. You're becoming a connoisseur for it.
He's used to the taste.
It's
All right.
it's gone up, what, a point?
I think it was a lot better than last time.
It must be a
Might
halfling
be
thing.
acquiring a taste. Might acquire a taste for it if I have it a third time, but not really my thing. How did you like it, Fayda?
It's not too bad. Like, it's definitely not the best thing I've tasted, but I can feel my head. It's gonna feel a little bit better after this.
Yes.
It's not bad.
See that? And you got a little bit of food in your belly already. Get a little bit of both. I always
Some
thought it was
actual food now.
always thought it was a nifty idea to add the egg to the ale. Have a little
Well, I
drink, have a
liked it,
little
Toblin.
protein. Well, thank you. And
How about some
Sudamir,
real food.
you make me proud, boy. Trying it again for a second time. Look at you. Making an old man just overwhelmed with happiness.
They grow up so fast, don't they?
Oh, they do. Wait, what? You're still young.
In years, as for a halfling, I'm young, but I think I might actually have more years on Sudamir here.
Yeah, halfling jelly bean.
Wait, how old are you, Sudamir?
28, I think.
You're 28? Ah, see, I got like a decade on this kid.
Oh, well, Sudamir, you wear the age well. You look over, you see Edith just like nodding real slow.
I still got a lot to learn.
Well, perhaps Cryovane will teach us a few lessons.
And
Already
you said
has.
I still have a lot to learn. Edith's really shaking her head up and down slow.
Ew. Am I taking this the way you're meaning it? Probably.
You're gonna learn today.
Yeah, I'm gonna teach that boy.
All
How
right.
old is Ida? Is she like 40?
No.
Oh,
Edith's a little younger than Sudamir.
Oh, okay. Well, what the fuck is she gonna teach him?
Well, you know.
She human? Are they both human too?
Yeah.
How old are you, Toblin?
No, well, I'm 62 this year.
Aw, you don't look 62, man.
I think you're a day over 50.
Ah, you guys. Well, now he's all blushing and rubbing his cheeks. I gotta clean tables or something, and he walks away. Let me cut over here. What are your? Oh, okay. You're out meditation near the orchard.
yes.
All right. What have you been doing this morning as they're going through their hangover cure ritual?
Continued to meditate and think about the choices I've made and how I'm going to proceed. I am not taking being dead very well. So I'm spending a little time a little closer to nature.
Back to your
trying
roots.
to- trying to. Oh my god!
Sorry, you hit me with so many dad jokes in the last 24 hours.
I did. That's fair. I earned that one. Yeah, just getting back to trying to find peace, any kind of peace I can, because.
Yeah, you just need everything else in the world to leave you alone right now, you know?
Oh, God.
I'm sorry, I'm shutting up. But yeah, you're taking it all in and just processing. You're after your meditation through the night, you find yourself out here just back where you belong in a sense, you know, like something familiar.
That's just self-reflection and thinking about the next steps.
All right. Roll me a perception check. Zoom out a little bit here. Okay.
8.
You see Mr. Darren from the hilltop you're at. Well, your elevation up there. You see him coming from looks like it could have been Sister Garaele's home as he makes his way back to his house.
I don't know him. I'm not looking to make any conversation. I'm a half-elf druid. I believe I can probably avoid him seeing me if I wish.
Oh no, I'm just saying, like you're up on a hill. You've got kind of a view of the town.
Okay, I wasn't.
I just want to let you know you saw him clearly coming from Sister Garaele's home.
A lot of people go to Sister Garaele's home. She's a wonderful woman.
All right. So over the next few hours, where do you guys find yourself?
I would have had my breakfast and went to go find Marcus.
Okay.
And before I went to go find Marcus, I stopped over here to again let Deborah.
Oh my god. Well, I'm sorry, I was muted before you left. While we were eating breakfast, I would have told you a little bit about what Sister Garaele had said to me last night. Mainly about the spellcasters. That she was worried that it might be linked to Cryovane in some way, and honestly, right now, I feel like with the way that Cryovane is linked to me, I don't think that this town might be in any danger. I feel like if anything, he'd try to hunt me down. So maybe we can hold off on Axeholm for now and see about those spellcasters.
Makes sense. I mean, if he wants you, then he's gonna try and get you, and if you're not here, then I think the town might be safe, and who knows what those mages are doing out there. She says they seem to be connected to him, or she believes.
Yeah, she says she's not 100% sure, but she has a suspicion that they are. I think leading a strike on them and taking care of Cryovane might help us out in the long run.
Perhaps rethink our situation here and take care of them. Trying to get over this fear of death at this point, but we must press on.
Well, I think if I'm somehow connected to Cryovane, if I'm meant to be his demise and I'm meant to die in the process, I think it's worth it to protect everything that I love here. So I gotta keep on pressing on.
And I will have your back. I did this for the gold, but almost sadly, not to mean sadly in a bad way, Sudamir, but I've grown to care for both of you.
Sounds like we're getting in the way of your gold acquisition.
well, maybe after all this is over, you could help me acquire some of that gold. I mean, look at this fancy armor. You're a little sneakier than you were before. Maybe I can bring you to the dark side. You want to come rob some shit with me?
Well, if it's for the greater good, then I'm all for it.
If it's for the oh, Sudamir, I don't think it's for the greater good. Perhaps it's an adventure you might not want to join me on. But for this, I will be by your side.
Well, I appreciate that, and I'm glad to have you as an ally.
Managed to scare him off once, right?
Well, to be honest, you guys did. I was a little late to that party. Thankfully, enough to save your hide, though.
Thank you for that. I can't imagine falling off a dragon that's about 50 feet in the air, but hey, next time we'll all be there together and we'll finish him.
Well, I don't want to hold you up. I don't know if you want to do some things around town, but I just wanted to let you know about that and hear your thoughts on it before we start splitting up or anything.
Yeah, I think it sounds like a good idea, and I'll just go find Marcus, and then perhaps we can speak with him about it after.
Sounds good. All right. Well, I'll see you later. I'm gonna go for a walk.
Are you gonna go see a Dabra? I give him a wink.
Listen, I'm kind of like pull her aside. I'm kind of between you and me. I remember that armor that I had before this one.
Yeah, your old shitty armor. Yeah, I remember.
I gave it to Adabra. I didn't know what she wanted with it, but I traded it to her for a potion of healing. I seen her again later on. She had made some kind of mannequin out of it, and it strangely looked like me. I don't know about that lady, Fayda.
Not quietly at all. I'm just like, what?
Shh. I don't want this to get out. Just, that's what I seen. I don't know what to make of it. I don't know what...
Favor for a friend. Do you want me to snoop? I'll do it. I will. Let me snoop. I will tell you what's in there.
I mean, I'm telling you what I've seen. It was horrifying.
I don't know what else is in there. You want me to take the armor back? I can get the armor.
I don't know. I don't want the armor back. I don't know what she did to that. I'm just letting you know. I don't know if I want anything to do with her besides making a potion for me. She's scared me a little bit with that.
Alright, then I won't push it any longer, but if the offer will still stand, if you would like me to snoop a little to see what Miss Adabra's hiding.
Well, I mean, hey, I'm not going to stop you if that's what you want to do. I know you're a curious little cat.
And
you do what you want.
I just get this smirk on my face and just say, thank you for the permission. I'll let you know. And then I'll give him a wink and walk back out.
All right. And
after that conversation, I will not be going to talk to a Dabra.
Fayda, roll perception as you're leaving the tavern.
Wait. God damn it, it's so much better. Fuck, I used all my luck in the beginning.
All right. Yeah.
He just said, all right. Yeah, nothing. Alrighty then. I'm gonna go find Marcus first. And as I'm walking, because I know he's probably kind of, I would know that, right? Like, he's wandering town.
Yeah, you'd know to search the perimeter and
the woods and all that. Yep. As I'm walking out of the tavern, though, I'm gonna scope the building. You know, I'm just gonna do a little lap around the building here and just kind of
around Lenine's, the line shield.
Yeah, the line shield coster, and just kind of observe windows and doors and.
They all look like windows and doors.
Just regular windows and doors. Okay, just checking it out. No reason at all. Just
I was gonna go in, and then
when-
I decided, oh, better not, and I turned around.
You did a full 360 around the building?
Yeah.
When you're at the southern end of it, never mind. Go ahead. I redact that. Nothing to see here. Move along.
There's something at the southern ending. I'm gonna go roll perception. Just kidding.
All right, you gonna go find Marcus?
Yeah, I'm gonna go find Marcus.
Okay. After 18 hours, you finally find Marcus. No, it doesn't take you too long to find Marcus. You just kind of take a walk around the perimeter of town, and you eventually find him in a meditative state, just kind of vegging out.
The dad jokes are strong tonight.
I'm telling you, he hit me with like, what, 3 back to back?
It was pretty much, yeah.
Yeah, that was my 3rd.
He's getting
I'm
his
done.
comeuppance.
Yep, that's me.
So I find him. What are you doing, man? What are you doing out here still? It's early. It's late in the morning. Why are you still out here?
I needed to meditate. I needed to think.
I know you said you wanted to talk to me, and I apologize for the ale. I just really needed to forget everything, including apparently where my room is. So that was interesting.
You have a free pass for life.
Why? I didn't. I
You
mean, I
saved
did
me.
do something, but
You saved
I
me.
mean, you would have saved me too, right? I hope.
If by my life or death I could help you, I would.
I know, Marcus, and I'm happy to return the favor to you.
But I remember what I did.
What do you mean?
It was my fault. Have I ever told you about my childhood?
No, not really. I mean, I'm a little secretive, so I don't expect people to share their secrets with me.
That's fair. You know I'm 101 years old, right?
I think that's been pretty apparent, old man.
Yeah, very much so. I grew up in a place with the people of the sleet, they call themselves. And my mother was human. My father was an elf. I never knew my father. I grew up only with humans who didn't accept me. And a mother who was doing her best, but never expected to be a mother. She made sure I survived, but I spent my life alone. As I got a little bit older, I removed myself from everything, and I spent years alone in meditation, thinking that that's all life had for me. And the only reason I bring this up, and I hope it frames why I do some of the things I do. I don't know what to do with people. I don't know how people work. I don't know if what I'm doing is the best thing, and I'm so scared that I'm going to lose the first person who was my friend, the first person who brought me from the loneliness, that I made everything worse. I didn't know what to do. I didn't know how to help. I didn't know if you would be okay, and I couldn't let something happen. So anytime I saw something, I was jumping at everything. And I'm sorry. I'm so very sorry.
It's okay, Marcus. It is. I understand you just want to protect me, but you have to have faith and trust in me that
I know how to handle myself. I've been alone for many years myself, hiding, running, and fighting. And I can take care of myself fairly well. And sometimes you have to let me go on my own to do things and just have my back, you know?
I seem to be down a +1 dagger. Would you have picked that up?
Yeah, you
May,
know, I definitely looted the bodies as
oh, I fully expected you
I,
to. I don't. No, I'm not mad. I'm
my
not mad at all.
apologies.
No, no,
And I
no.
would dig through my bag and hand him all his gold back and
No.
his dagger and then I would let him know that you do have your totem. I saved it, but I gave it to Sister Garaele for luck, so you might want to get that back from her.
I will. Um, I take the
And I didn't
dagger
spend the
and
money.
you could have, you know that. I take the dagger and I trace it down my left palm and I take it in my left palm and I cut through my right palm and I hand her back the dagger. This is my blood. You saved my life, and today, in front of the spirits of the forest and everything I hold dear, I vow I owe you my life.
And I will
I have.
just take the dagger with tears welling in my eyes.
I love you, and I'm sorry.
I love you too, Marcus, and it's okay. Just have my back. It's all I need, and I know you do. I trust you. It's probably the first person I've trusted in, I don't know, 20 years, something like that. It's been a long time for me, but I trust you to have my back as much as I have yours and hope that we don't need saving like that again. Just trust me to take care of things and just be near. But no hard feelings for me, okay?
Okay.
I'll,
Just
I'll take the dagger and put it back into my little holster on the side with his blood still dripping on it.
just know. You saved us. You did all of that. You have nothing but my respect. And if you tell me what I need to do, believe me, I'll do it.
I think I've got a little more combat experience, and trust me, I'll have a plan. I always have a way out. If I need to get out, I will get out. See how tiny I am? I can slip through any crack and crevice you give me.
Yeah. I hope I can redeem myself.
You will, and seems like that's gonna start with Cryovane.
Yeah.
I don't think Sudamir's okay.
You are more correct than you know, perhaps. And I would fill her in on what Sister Garaele told me.
That's kind of what Sudamir, yeah. Fuck.
Okay.
Well,
Yeah.
perhaps we go back to Sudamir and figure out what the fuck we're gonna do.
Yeah.
Alright.
That's probably the next step.
And I'll just give him a big hug. Alright, let's go, big guy. No more tears. Perhaps more ale, though.
Perhaps less.
No. I think
For
it was a
me,
good time.
not for you.
And then, yeah, I'll kind of just go back to the tavern and assume that Sudamir's probably not there.
When you walk into the
was-
tavern, you see Darren in here talking with Toblin.
Hi, Darren.
really
What
wants
brings
to
you to
be
the
part of
tavern?
Oh, hello there, Fayda. Need some more apples?
I think the horses got a lot, but I might stop by later. Just give him a little extra treat for saving my life.
Just stopped in to get some supplies from Mr. Toblin here.
What kind of supplies? Ale? Eggs, perhaps?
Oh no, just a few things that Elmer seemed to be out of. Some cleaning materials and kind of borrowing from his kitchen some herbs and whatnot. How about you? You coming in for round 2? Toblin was bragging about you having some eggs in his ale.
Hey, man. It actually kind of worked, so you should try it. I mean, I'm not sure you're much of a drinker, but it'll get you perked up.
Yeah, well, no, I'm not a drinker anymore. But I just needed some herbs, something to settle the stomach.
Is your stomach upset?
Oh no, not mine. I'm just fine.
Oh.
But Mr. Toblin, thank you again. I'm sorry. I will reimburse you for the stuff quite soon. Oh, no problem. Just take your time getting around to it. You have a good day, Fayda. Help yourself to the apples and pears. Don't go filling up a crate or anything, and that's nothing crazy. But if you need a few here and there, just feel free to help yourself.
I wouldn't take your crate, but thank you, Darren. I really appreciate it.
Yes. Have a good day.
Have a good day, and I will peek my head out the door to see where he's going.
He's heading over to Sister Garaele's, presumably.
Oh.
Real quick,
Okay.
Sudamir, where did you run off to?
He just nowhere in particular. He just kind of went to this cliffside and kind
Where
of
is this token? Disappeared.
He's all the way out here,
Oh, hello.
sitting on a cliffside.
just kind of trying to figure out what's going on with him, seeing if he can get in tap with his spiritual side and see if his soul is it's still intact or fused or what. I don't know. He's just kind of like sitting there meditating.
If there was not copyright issues that I would go through and things that would yell at me, I would have a fantastic little breakdown right now where you're sitting here on the cliffside, the wind's blowing, a Dabra pops in your mind, and you shake that away.
Shake that away.
And then Ida, over here, and you shake that away, and the wind blows your hair up yet again. I'll make a little private video for the Discord to explain what my mind was thinking.
You're gonna get a video like mine, dude.
Yep, you're gonna get your music video. All right. So back over to Sister Garaele's. Are you would have already been inside, Marcus? Correct.
I was coming over to talk to her after not coming over last night to explain why, because,
Okay. As you're in there having that conversation with her, you'd hear a light rap at the door, and without her even having to look at the door or say anything, it just starts opening up, and you hear, "I'm coming in. Hello. You're Marcus, I presume."
I am.
Nice to meet you. He puts his hand out to shake your hand.
I shake his hand and I go, Mr.
Edemath of the orchard, just to the north of town.
We've been by your orchard. I'm sorry, we've never had the pleasure.
Oh yes, well, good putting a face to a name. Sister Garaele here has told me quite a bit about you, and so has the town in general.
You,
She gives you a smile. I'm sorry to intrude. I feel I'm kind of overstepping between a private conversation here, but I got the things you requested. Well, some of the things you requested, and I feel that this will benefit you as well. Some of these herbs here I got from Toblin. Where would you like me to place them? Well, just set them in the kitchen. That'll be fine. And he just gives both of you a smile and walks over and sets everything down. You should take it easy. Try not to do too much. You really went above my my warnings with yesterday, but yes, good meeting you, Marcus. You take care now. Don't go getting yourself hurt again. It really put a damper on this one's mood. And he gives you both a big smile and walks back out the door and shuts it behind him.
Can I roll insight check on Sister Garaele?
Yeah. On the whole situation? Like generally just trying to pick up what's happening here?
Generally trying to pick up what's going on because I've got an idea and I'm not super...
You? Oh,
Oh my god.
Let's go, Marcus.
So when he walked in, yeah.
Is Sister Garaele pregnant?
So when he walked in, you happened to notice one of the herbs that he had pulled out of the bag as he was like, "Oh, I got you the things you need." You clearly saw an herb very common with pregnant women dealing with morning sickness. And the fact that this man is doing grocery runs for her to get that, and him saying, "Hey, take it easy. Try not to go getting yourself killed, Marcus." It really put her through a ringer. Yeah, that's what your insight's telling you. There's definitely something up here.
The weakness after the spell.
Yep. It's all kind of coming to you.
Yep.
I'm muted. I'm gonna mute.
So, where were we? Would you like some tea? It's always tea time.
It's, and I get a little woozy and I sit down on her couch because I'm
Whoa,
putting
whoa.
it together, but I can't, like, I don't want to say anything because I don't want to say it's not my place, but she hasn't told me, so it's not my place to say anything. I'm just freaking the fuck out quietly. To her, I'm just gonna say, it must be the aftershocks from being brought back. I'm better now.
Yeah. Let me make you something. He just brought some herbs that could help with this. And she would start mixing some of the herbs in with some tea she's brewing up.
Were the herbs for me?
Oh no. I ran out and he was just being helpful. He's worried
Upset
about my
stomach?
health. What makes you say that?
Oh, I've just seen some of those herbs before. I am, a druid. I do have some practical experience in what can help settle a stomach or, keep you warm or...
Marcus. She sits down. I had some exciting news to tell you, but with everything that happened, I was expecting you all to come back from Axeholm and drop you a big surprise. But that's not how things went, and the last thing I wanted to do was add even more to your plate than you already have. But, you're going to be a father. And she places her hands on her stomach.
I kneel down on the floor and put my head in her lap and just cry. Racking sobs.
There.
Uncontrollable. No sense, no nonsense, nothing. It is just all I can do to just weep.
Oh, you big baby. This is why I wasn't going to tell you yet. And she just keeps rubbing your back and stuff, just comforting you. Well, remind me to yell at Mr. Edermath about, I think he's just getting too old in years to know when not to walk in through somebody's door and wave around a bunch of herbs.
Well, I'm glad he did. It's been a busy day. I might need to meditate some more. Are you okay? Do you need anything?
I'm fine. I already went through the shock stage myself. It's funny. I'm always seeing you go through things that I've very much gone through myself.
Well, we have so much to do.
Oh yes, quite a lot. I've already gotten some letters from my superiors telling me that maybe I should just take some time off, and they'll send another cleric out to Phandalin until after the baby's born. I have a lot to consider on my end, a lot for us to consider.
Of course.
Well, yeah.
Okay. Well,
you go meditate. I will. I'll let you soak all of this in. And I will go ahead and use these herbs myself. I don't think you'll be needing them.
No, I'm okay. I'm going to be on the other side of the Edermath Orchard. Fayda knows where I'm going to be. If you need me for anything, send her to me.
Oh, yes, I will. All right. Well, take
I'll
as
be
much
back
time as you
tonight.
need. Yes, and
with your permission, of course.
Oh, absolutely.
Okay. I've got a lot to get done, and now I've got to kill a dragon, because I'll be damned if a dragon's going to threaten my child. I'm back. I'll be back. Fayda, gotta go meditate. Come see me in a couple hours.
Bye. What the fuck? That was weird. Okay.
Can I take?
Can I? Oh.
Yeah,
I need to know
my
the
long
rules.
rest is 4 hours because I meditate. Can I do one more of those while I think about what the fuck my life just happened?
So RP wise, yes. I think rule wise, you can't. Like at least benefit wise. But yeah, you can go meditate for 4
worries.
hours. Like I can't reset that negative. I can't add another one off of your negative.
Oh, okay.
Because it's
I
like
wasn't sure the mechanic.
Yeah, it's like somebody wanting to sleep 3 long rests in one day. I'm gonna stay in bed all day. Like you can't. You have to wait actually so many hours.
It's called depression, and you can definitely stay in bed all day.
You get the depression modifier.
Yeah, I got it. So the
Can I know what the
actual
rolls were?
Can you know what the rolls were?
Yeah, when they rolled for it.
When you rolled for it?
When he rolled for it.
When he rolled for what? I'm
The
gone.
pregnancy.
The insight roll?
Oh, perception.
No,
That's
when
20.
he rolled that fucking, you made him roll a 1d100 the other day. Or like a couple weeks back. What were the rolls? Do you remember?
that was to see on your end the possibility of conception. On Marcus's end.
So you rolled for this, buddy.
Oh, I rolled dirty.
And she had her own roll for it as well.
Oh,
and then
did they match or
no?
Jesus.
So it takes an average, and if it's below 33%, it'd be pregnancy.
I'm too fertile, y'all. I'm a half elf. I'm not supposed to be able to conceive that easy.
Well, I just did a Google search of like what's the conception rate, if a woman's ovulating and yada yada yada. So yeah. And hers, she rolled a 2. So she was in the 2%. So she brought your average definitely within the 33%.
Bro,
She
so
rolled
all
a
the
2
way
out of a 100?
She was super fertile.
all the way Look, rewind all the way back to when the first time I banged her out, she was like, I wonder if he could smell if I'm in heat. And now I'm like, oh my god, I should have taken a perception check.
She was.
Apparently, yep.
Oh god. Okay. Getting weird.
So, with all of this, we're about to wrap it up, but I need to do a quick 5-minute break. And then when we come back, we're just mostly going to do a little bit of wrap up. Okay?
Sounds good.
All right. Be right back.
If you're happy and you know it, clap your hands. If you're happy and you know it, clap your hands. No? Okay.
So, Fayda, you actually have a familiar face come rushing up to you, opening the door to the Stonehill. Miss Fayda, Holly would like to speak with you urgently.
Oh, all right. Yeah, of course. I'll head there immediately.
Yes. Hello, Toblin. Hi. Goodbye, Toblin.
Hello, goodbye.
So, yeah, he kind of like rushes ahead faster than you. Like, his gait, it just kind of seems like he's more in like work mode. And as soon as you guys walk in, he just gets behind his desk and kind of gets to it. He notions, though, as you come in, that you can help yourself to her office. And the door is shut, but you can still help yourself.
I'm gonna walk back outside, and I'm gonna go to her window.
Oh my god.
And I'm gonna tap on the window.
All right. You tap on the window, and she opens the window. Come on in.
She just expects it. And I will hop in the door, or in the door, like I'm using a door. I'll hop in the window after her.
She
just smiling.
Closes the window and closes the blinds and walks over to the door and locks
candles?
it.
Sorry.
Well, take a seat or don't. God, girl, and she just kind of like puts her hand puts her face in her hand. Oh, I said one of your lines. Puts a hand, or no, that was JJ's line. Puts a hand in her face. She puts her hand in her. God, fuck. She puts one of her faces in a hand. Who knows which hand? I don't know. So
Which face?
Which face?
we don't know, guys. We just don't know. So, yeah, she does something similar to hand facing, and she just shakes her head a bit, and she says, "You are so dense. How are you not as perceptive as I thought?"
Oh. What are you talking about?
I have had people trying to get your attention for the last few hours, and you've just been oblivious. What, did you drink too much last night that you can't pay attention to anything around you? Is that... Oh, did you drink too much last night?
Maybe, yes, for sure. I only had like 10 ales.
Oh, God. Well, I tried to warn you, and don't say I didn't try.
What do you warn me or what? What do you mean?
And, meanwhile, Sudamir.
What the fuck?
As you sit on the hill, you hear somebody say, "Hey there, can I join you?" And you turn around, and you see this girl.
Oh.
You fucking didn't.
Who are you?
Continue.
Oh, I'm just, passing through town. And she sits down next to you without you saying yes or no. I'm Moira. Nice to meet you. She puts her hand out.
Sudamir.
Oh, Sudamir. That's a nice name.
Thank you.
So, what you doing out here, sitting alone on a cliff?
To be honest, just thinking about life.
I get that. And she kind of like
Just takes a deep breath out and puts her hands behind her and kind of leans back and looks up at the sky.
What brings you into town?
I'm just traveling around, looking for a few jobs, and she kind of like looks at your halberd and stuff sitting next to you. Well, something got you down? Have you sitting all the way out here?
Not necessarily. I just needed to get away and kind of think about things. I don't know. I kind of went through something pretty traumatic recently, to say the least, and I'm just kind of trying to sort things out.
Well, maybe I'll see you in town for the next few days. I'll be staying over at the Stonehill.
There quite often. Buy you a drink.
It sounds good. I'll see you later then. And she stands up, and then you feel that she kind of steps up behind you, and then she like slams her hands down on your shoulders, not in a bad way, just like really firm. And she like leans over to talk kind of in your ear a bit. She says, "I wouldn't sit so close to the edge here, because somebody could come along and push you right off. Be careful out here, Sudamir." And she lets go of your shoulders and goes walking away. Sudamir, you pull all the crazies.
Yeah, Sudamir, you pull all the crazy. Sudamir, it's
And
your
with
fault, Sudamir.
that's what we will wrap up with.
Fuck you! Oh God!
Oh.
Dragons lurking, danger near. Not to worry, no fear. Brings not plenty, heart sincere.